Okay, so all of a sudden, the case of stagflation is becoming apparent to everyone. Now, we've told you in probably, I don't know, 378 videos we have posted on 30 Market Moves YouTube channel since the beginning of 2024, saying that everyone has gotten the shit wrong. At that point, the market was expecting a ton of rate cuts, like to the magnitude of 8 of them, and here we are. In August, we still haven't had a rate cut yet. And despite of the fact that each time the interest rates could have been cut and they weren't, the market never got repriced. So over the course of last 30 days, we have specifically been pointing out that the market is going to be going through a great time of repricing. We're going to glance at a bunch of charts in this video and the possibility of a Black Monday on August the 5th. But there it is, guys. Months, actually 8 months after we have pointed out that stagflation was 2024 base case. Now it is everywhere you look at it in the news. Now everyone is going to be talking about stagflation. And if you study history, the greatest time frames for stagflation historically was a time frame from 1973 to 1974. And this is not a coincidence that now you're looking all over the news at this. Intel is plunging 25%. Worst day since when? Guys, can this be a fucking coincidence? No, it is not a coincidence. 1974. If you go back in the history of markets, 1973, 1974, historic analog. Market drops close to 50% within 6 months. So let's take a look where this actually could put the current market. If we're indeed going for the historic analog, okay, which there's plenty of coincidences between 1973 and 1974 and the current market conditions. The very fact that the market is reacting the way it just did yesterday on Friday, August 2nd, to a weaker job report, that's the definition of stagflation, okay? Where inflation is stubborn, it's not going lower. The inflation is still going higher because this inflation is driven by geopolitical tensions, by deglobalization, and you cannot cure it with interest rates. So you got, despite of what you've seen in the reports, inflation is still fucking high and it's going only higher. Especially if the war is about to break out in the Middle East, which there's a high probability of that taking place. But there's some major bear divergences, such as, for example, oil on historically, by the way, 1973, 1974 was a historic war in the Middle East. Guys, there was same conditions, guys. There's so many similarities between 1973 and 1974 that it is just astounding. But what we're seeing in 1973-74, oil was going to the moon. But that's not the case. So I see it as a bear divergence. Economic conditions are dire, and they can no longer hide poor economic conditions with the reports. They've been able to get away from it with it for quite some time throughout the entire Biden presidency. But now it's impossible to hide that shit is about to hit the fan. So bad economic, or worse economic reports such as unemployment going higher, that is a partial definition of stagflation. The fact that everyone now is so worried that they're going to have to cut the interest rates maybe half a point, maybe 3/4 point, maybe, hey, by the end of the year, they're going to have to cut 2 points. Okay, that's finally market admitting, well, shit, we're about to go for 2007, 2008 top situation. I'm saying it could be way worse than 2007, 2008. It could be a combination of 1973, 1974 crisis and 2007, 2008 at the same time. So when we're talking a possibility of the market dropping 50%, we may be off. The market could be going down 60% over the course of the next year. So with that said, let's take a look at some charts to help you visualize things a little bit better. So here's the chart of Amazon. We've nailed the top at 201 in Amazon. Guess when Jeff was selling? Jeff was selling right fucking here, billions of dollars. What does that tell you? Well, apparently Jeff thinks that this is a good price to sell, not buy, okay? In order to take everything out of the equation, okay? If you just pay attention to what the fuck is going on in the market, okay, you wouldn't be worried about holding your put positions from 200 all the way to here. And guys, I would dare to say Amazon still got some fucking room to drop. But at this point, the biggest size of the move is gone from 200 to 160. I mean, this is a good size drop for Amazon. Okay, we posted many videos telling you that the Big 7 was going to fucking collapse. Okay, we told you that Big 7 was going to collapse right here. Yet, some people that are watching the video, somehow, guess what they're doing? They're seeing this, and what are they doing? They're buying calls. It's unheard of. Jeff fucking sells billions. Okay, we're screaming for our lungs telling you it's a fucking bear market. This is a major bear trend reversal. And yet some of you are still buying calls. Are you fucking out of your mind? How could you be doing that? Look at the volume characteristics. This was the huge sell-off, the biggest sell-off volume on this entire chart. Look, you can't mistake this sell-off volume for nothing. So, but let's talk about something else. Well, Apple, okay? Apple, guess what? Where did Warren Buffett sell half of his fucking Apple shares? Billions of dollars. What do you think this was? Right fucking here. And yet some of you are like, no, Apple, AI. Yeah, I mean, you fucking groupies. You listen to some bullshit in the news, and that's why you're missing big moves like this. All right? And you keep ignoring. Not only do you keep ignoring everything we teach you here at 30 Market Moves, but you keep ignoring some crazy bear signs out there. Warren Buffett unloads. You know this guy does not like to sell stocks. Warren Buffett likes to hold them. The fact that Warren unloaded half of his Apple position recently, what does that tell you? Well, probably if he thinks shit is going to collapse. At the same time, Jeff is unloading his Amazon positions. What does that tell you? Well, probably he doesn't think shit's gonna go high either. And if you can't put Jeff and Warren selling as a sign that shit is not going higher, fuck. I'm not even sure 13 Market Moves can help you guys. Okay? Because in 13 Market Moves, you at least gotta apply yourself. At least you gotta, solve the puzzle. But sometimes the puzzle is just too damn easy. And yet some of you still go and you buy fucking calls. That's embarrassing. So, and that's the reason some of you made millions with 13 Market Moves in the last few weeks. How could you not? All you have to do is fucking short the shit here and stay with your position. And yet the number one reason people don't make $1 million with 13 Market Moves is because they jump out of a good fucking position. LRCX. Guys, these trades, they're not like, imagine you get out on the first red candle. What do you miss? You miss the biggest fucking drop in shares of LRCX in history. How much would this move have paid you? Guys, you're missing big payouts because you're not staying with the fucking trade at a moment where it is so easy to stay with the trade. How could you not stay with this trade? Well, now you're looking at the chart, you're like, well, Leo, it looks pretty fucking easy. It keeps dropping. But no, when you break this on daily basis, okay, when you sit in there, let's say, trading on Monday, you're going to have situations where temporarily shit could bounce. You see those two white candles? Okay, so maybe you missed this drop and maybe you're like, whoa, shit is collapsing now. Maybe you got in right here. And now, guess what? You didn't listen to your coach who told you to get in right here. Or if you listen to your coach, maybe you got out right over here, right before you would have had life-changing trading experience of your entire fucking life, okay? Maybe you just waited long enough until you just couldn't take it anymore. You finally got in at the temporary bottom right here, right before what happens, a bounce. And you jump out on the bounce like a little bitch before what happens? Well, this happens, okay? Another fucking collapse, multi-day lower collapse, okay? So the difference between here and here is millions if you hold on to your fucking position. So let's role play some of the more recent trade on SPY, okay? So this trade we were taking, Thursday, guys, Thursday morning. We took some of this trade on Wednesday after the Federal Reserve speech. We were buying also RTY, which is Russell 2000 puts before the speech, after the speech, and Thursday morning where we were like 98% high probability outcome, we're certain of it, of a move two. And that's what we got, a move two. So between Thursday morning and yesterday, Friday, August 1st. So basically we're talking about Thursday and Friday. All right. The market loses over 200 points, close to 250 points at one moment. And the trade was simple. We were buying Friday and Monday expiration puts right here with a 533 strike. 533, some 535, depending on the size of the account, 540, 535, 533 strike puts. So those are up, guys. I mean, for some of you that don't believe in a 20x trade, okay, you should do this as your homework. You should go and review what the options were going for. 533 strike, Monday expiration, where we were initiating the trade right here. Okay, and you should calculate what they were worth yesterday on Friday, if you had Friday expiration, and you should calculate what they're still going to be worth Monday when we're going to be opening for trading Monday by the end of the day. The point is this, all right, most of the traders who are conditioned to buy the dip, when they see a positive day after a Federal Reserve decision, what do? Oh, I'm buying calls. And that's how they miss the real fucking trade. Your real trades, when you trade weekly options, will be on puts. They will be on the bear side because stocks drop much faster. Okay, so when you trade in puts, mathematically, you are at a huge advantage. I mean, this chart is just the proof of it, right? We almost hit like 525. Well, look, it took the market almost 2 months to do this, and it took it 2 weeks to unwind the work of 2 months. And what you're about to see next, okay, it's going to take the market maybe another week to unwind, okay, shit in the kind of way nobody can even fucking imagine right now. It could take the market 1 week to unwind 1 year worth of gains. So, but yet, some of you still going to be watching the news. You're going to be like, oh, but I'm going to buy calls. You'll get fucked. Understand that we're in a bear market. Okay, 1973, 1974 analog, the market kept dropping for 6 months. And it dropped, to be exact, 48.1%. So if we're to use this as the top, which we have accurately, guys, predicted. Actually, I don't like to use the SPY, but prefer to look at S&P. But it's the same, right? It's the same thing. So right here, you're able to see it a little bit. On S&P futures, we were trading this day at 57.15. And the traders that I had that were trading with me that day, I told them this stop right here was going to go into history books. Because this is the top of all motherfucking tops. And yet some guys that day were scared as a little bitch to buy puts right here. Guys, do you understand that these are like, these trading conditions, when the market goes from highly bullish to highly bearish within moments, options here are dirt fucking cheap. Put options. options here now after this drop. And guys, never mind, it's only 300-point drop, but now everybody understands the fucking drill. You're no longer in a bull market. Yet everybody in the news is telling you right now, the bull market is intact. Yeah, they're the same fucking people that are gonna be selling the shit out of their positions Monday when we're gonna open up for trading. There's the same people that are gonna be panicking, and as a result of that, you're gonna see more red candles like this on the charts. And before you know it, they're gonna be like, oh my God, are we gonna be able to hold the 5,000 level? 5,000, hold on, we're just at 5,700 on S&P futures. What the fuck? You're talking about 5,000? Yeah, we can hit 5,000. What is 5,000? It's another 346 points. I mean, what's the big deal here? All right, but the problem is, now if you're trading with a small account, options are fucking overpriced. You're not going to be able to buy options for what we were buying them for right here on the bounce. We're paying for these Monday puts, guys, 20, 30 cents. 20, 30 cents. You know, we were selling Friday expiration for like $6. They're worth probably around $5 for Monday expiration, $4 or $5. And it could be worth as much as $15 come Monday. It could be worth as much as $20. So you do the math, 20, 30 cents, okay, is your entry price, and your exit price could be as much as $20. So the problem is, as a trader, again, if you're not staying with the bigger move, right? If you understood clearly when I was fucking screaming at you, this is the motherfucking top, and you're absolutely certain about it, you would have gone in what? With one contract? 2 contracts? 5 contracts? No, I've recorded videos, guys, specifically telling you this is the fucking time to trade. Look at all the videos for July. We said this is the fucking top. You go big. You trade fucking heavy. This is the moment. And yet, an average typical trader does not understand this. They don't get it, what I'm trying to say. Because they overreact to every little bounce, okay? To the point where they're buying calls, okay, despite the fact that the market is collapsing. And somebody probably yesterday bought the dip right here, and imagine what the fuck they're gonna be doing Monday. They're gonna be selling, they're gonna be unwinding their positions. So what you're looking at is a very severe bear market. You should be making millions, but you're not. Because every little bounce, you get scared of your fucking trade. Instead of focusing on the bigger move, what you're doing is you're so happy to see your account in the green, you jump out, okay, at $1,000, $2,000 profit. And by doing that, you lose a good position. All you have to do is hold it. Just hold your fucking puts, damn it. But no. 99.9% of traders cannot hold their fucking position. Because they keep questioning themselves. Oh my God, well, what if it's going to bounce? What if it's going to turn around? What if? Fuck you. Don't fucking trade then. Okay? If you don't have the balls to hold the trade, don't fucking trade. You don't belong in trading, okay, if you got weak-ass fucking character. It takes strong fucking character to do some great in life. That's why most of the people will never make millions in trading, okay? Because they're going to sit there, they're going to doubt themselves, they're going to doubt if their trade is good, they're going to doubt, oh my God, what if this happens, what if that happens, what fuck? You know, don't even, if you're so worried about everything, why the fuck are you trading then? Okay, your goal is to live for moments like this in the market, nail the fucking top, and stick with the trade, stick with a big move. That's how you beat the market. Chapter 5, Reminiscences of Stock Operator, is foundational to your trading. You should go and read that chapter 20 times today. Reminiscences of Stock Operator. The only difference in that chapter is they're talking about bull market and how you don't want to lose your big position in a bull market by reacting to every 5-minute move in what the stock price is doing. Well, in this case, when a severe bear market, you don't want to overreact on jumping out of your solid put position, which could be paying you millions of dollars just because you're getting a temporary bounce, like a tiny ass little candle right here on a tiny ass little volume, you know. But yet, why do most people jump out of the trades? Again, because they doubt themselves, number one. You will never make it as a fucking trader if you're going to sit there and doubt yourself and your decisions. Okay, just understand, there's some trading decisions you're going to make that are going to be bad. Some trading decisions are going to be good. But if you don't stick to your fucking decisions, okay, you'll never make big money. Never. So you come to 30 market moves to trade with a coach. Why? So you could understand, okay, the moments where you should fucking go big, the moments where you shouldn't go big, the moments where you're going to go big and you're going to fucking lose, okay, right before the trade pays out. In other words, you could be so close on weekly options, you can literally miscalculate a move by like a few trading hours, which means you're close. But yet, some people on a day like that, they get so discouraged, they can't even show up to trade the next day. So there's a lot of emotions, guys. There's a lot of emotions in trading, and the only way I could explain to you, if you're serious about making it big as a trader, is you got to cut your fucking emotions out of trading. Okay, focus on the chart. Why do you think the first course I've ever recorded was a charts and patterns recognition course? Because if you're listening to the news, you're doomed for a failure. Because number one, like, you'd be shocked how many traders send me a message. Hey, Leo, did you hear about this? Hey, this happened. I'm like, bro, that happened like overnight. You're telling me about this a day later? That's old news as shit. The market has already priced all that in. But yet, when you're looking at the news, like going back to Intel, right? Intel drops 25%. What good does that do for you now? Fuck, you should have known that that was going to happen ahead of the drop. Knowing that now, somebody looks, oh, Intel drops 25% in one fucking day. Now you want to go buy put options? Why the fuck would you do that? Options are now overpriced. You missed your chance. There's no way you're going to put a 20x on Intel. So why do it? And oftentimes we can predict these type of formations in the market. We can predict these type of bear market reversals. And that's what helps you not get emotional. You have a reference point. You know what you're looking at here. Okay? And so I would say, if you want to address your emotions as a trader, the number one thing you should be doing, you should be studying charts more than anything else. You should be studying charts, looking at everything we show you in the charts divergence course, and you should really understand it like thoroughly, okay? So when there are going to be, when you're going to be facing emotional moments in the market, you're going to be able to focus on this instead of how much you're up or down on your trade, okay? And trust me, there's two main mistakes when it comes to making entries and exits. The most common entry for a trader is not when the chart is good and you got a perfect entry, okay? Most entry for most traders is like, hey, my money hit the account, I'm ready, I'm gonna go take this trade. So oftentimes, like for example, imagine the difference between a guy who took the trade with a 30 market moves coach Wednesday and Thursday morning compared to the guy who's like, oh my God, I should have fucking got in touch with 30 market moves coach when they see this 150 point drop on Thursday, right? Well, by the time they get into this trade, well, it's just not the same thing. And yeah, the market still drops and you could still make a little bit on this drop, okay? But your entry was right here. And sometimes people give me shit, well, Leo, why'd you put me in? Like, for example, imagine you took this trade on this white candle on Wednesday. And some of my students are like, well, Leo, why did we take the trade today? When are they saying that? They're saying that on Thursday when initially they wake up and they see the market in the green and their positions are fucking down. okay? And they're looking at the loss, and guess what? Some of them bitches, they just jump out. They jump out when? Right before they would have made a colossal amount of money. I mean, guys, we're looking at a fucking 30x trade here. These two candles is a 30x trade. But some of you, right? You're like, well, but I don't know. What if the market doesn't drop? Let me go ahead and buy, 1 month expiration. Why are you buying 1 month expiration if the move is happening now? The fuck is that? Well, Leo, but just in case it doesn't drop enough today? Well, within a month, sure, the fucking market is going to be way fucking lower than what it was here and what it was here. Okay, but within a month, it also could make a sharp drop, bounce back, and go sideways. So the fact that you're buying an option that expires in a month does not protect you in any way. The only thing it does protect you from is the fact that you're not going to make big money. Because by definition of mathematics, you're paying a lot more for an option that expires 1 month from now. And I understand why people do that, because they're going to jump out of the fucking trade today anyway. You're going to stay in the fucking trade the way most of the people trade for 5-10 minutes. You're going to be a little bitch. The moment the trade is going to begin to reverse in the opposite direction, you're going to jump out. So let me ask you this. Why the fuck would you even buy an option that expires a month from now? Why would you do that? Well, because I'm scared, Leo. Because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Well, that's why you should study the courses, okay? You should show up every fucking day. Another mistake that people make, and that's why they don't fucking make $1 million plus with 13 market moves, is because they don't understand the relevance and the importance of market conditions. When market conditions are like that, you trade. You cannot afford to miss an entry. You cannot afford to miss cheaper options pricing before they become highly overpriced. And yet, now when you're going to see the market collapse Monday, that is when you're going to be entering, and that is the moment where we're going to be closing our position. So an average trader is going to be buying puts at a moment when we're going to be selling our puts, collecting fucking gains Monday. Okay? And then we're going to look for another entry on the bounce. Majority of the market is way overpriced right now, but there's still some trades. There's still trades that absolutely amaze me, where options are trading right now in some sectors of the market that are just dirt cheap. In other words, nobody's believing that a certain size move could happen next week, over the course of next 2 weeks. It's not yet priced in, which is absolutely fucking amazing. So if you miss this trade, guys, this 30x trade, which by the way could become a 100x trade come Monday, August the 5th, all right, you could catch another potential 30x, 50x trade. But come, Monday, Tuesday, I mean, if you miss your entry, you're fucked. As a matter of fact, you still have a chance to catch an entry on this 30, 50xer tomorrow, Sunday, 6 p.m. But you got to make sure you have your account set up properly, right? Most of you don't fucking trade on the Sunday. You don't trade on Sunday at 6 p.m. because most of you don't even know the market is open. Okay, for futures trading. Most of you don't know that you can trade options on futures and never worry about a PDT. And it is sad, because as someone who wants, to take 100 traders plus to $1 million plus by the end of this year, guys, it would certainly make my part a lot easier to help you accomplish that if you showed up prepared, all right? If you would have done everything that you're required to do, which is the number one thing you're required to do, is to fucking show up every morning. Not at 10 in the morning. I don't understand. How can somebody show up to market at 10 in the morning? It's fucking ridiculous. Like, you should be up 4, 5, 6 in the morning. You should already watch the pre-market move. Economic data is going to hit normally around 8:30. So there's going to be your big move before the market even is going to open at 9:30. But yet, so many traders can't even fucking show up at 8 o'clock. to trade the options on futures. Okay, that's the shit that is absolutely just unacceptable. Wake your ass up on time. Show up on time. Pay attention to the market. Pay attention to the bounces. Pay attention to the drops. Pay attention to the size of the move. For the first time in 450 days, you have a fucking situation where you have a market move expansion. It's a market move expansion, damn it. The market is finally moving by more than 100 points a day. So the guys that are just randomly showing up on certain days are like, oh, hey guys, I'm ready to trade today. The market don't give a shit whether you're ready to trade today. Okay, market doesn't work on your time. Okay, you need to get on market's time. Okay, so when the market is going, after 450 days of going higher into a major bearish reversal, you don't sit there at the top and say, oh, Leo, I got a meeting today. Oh Leo, I don't know. I can't take this trade because I'm not going to be in front of my computer. Does the market give a fuck if you're in front of your computer when this historic top comes? No. How long does it take to take a trade? 10 fucking seconds. If you can't take a trade in 10 seconds on your phone, how can you consider yourself a fucking trader? I don't get it. It takes 10 seconds. So enough of the excuses. Oh, Leo, on my job, I'm doing this. Oh, here comes the worst. Somebody sent me a message yesterday. Leo, I'm taking my in-laws to the airport. Like, what? Hold on. It's August 2nd. It's a fucking job report at 8:30. And what are you doing? You're taking in-laws to the airport? Well, fuck, no wonder why. You should have a personal driver, okay, after the kind of market conditions we've had. But yet still, you personally have to take your in-laws to the airport. Wow, how fucking pleasant is that? Guys, stop the insanity. Show up every fucking day to the market. So you're taking your in-laws to the airport, missing out a 30x payout on a Friday. What does that make you? No, you're not a fucking trader, okay? And you will never be a fucking trader for real, okay, until you begin to take trading seriously, damn it. Seriously, I don't know of any person anywhere in the world who has taken something half-assed and accomplished something big. Give me one fucking example. It doesn't exist. You want to get great at something? Dude, it takes hard work, dedication, okay? You got to put in your hours, okay? You got to spend time with various market conditions to understand that this is the top. No wonder you don't have the confidence that this was the market top. Okay, because what you're focusing is the last 450 days of market moving higher. So you think it's going to go even higher. Because everybody in the news is telling you it's going to go higher because you don't have your own opinion on the fucking market. And as long as you don't have your own opinion on the fucking market, okay, you're not going to nail big trades. You're going to keep taking in-laws to the airport on Friday for the rest of your life. Oh, what a good son-in-law. Yeah. Yeah. And your in-laws, after you drop them off, are going to keep talking shit about you. Oh, this guy, man, he's still driving a fucking, whatever. And he's not taking care of our daughter. He's been broke for 20 fucking years, working for some company, making $120,000 a year. How did she end up with that fucking loser? No, have somebody else take them to the airport. Stay on the day of the goddamn economic report that can move the market in a big way. Trade it. Trade it so you never have to take your in-laws to the fucking airport ever again. Have your driver fucking do it. But guys, some of you, it doesn't matter how many times I say it, you're not cut out for us. Okay, you'll never take trading seriously. It's just for you. It's just, hey, well, Leo, if the market up, I'm going to buy calls. If the market is going down, I'm going to buy puts. And as soon as I make $500, I'm going to be out of the trade. That's not trading. That's pure insanity to waste such great market conditions when you should be making millions. You're making pennies. That is unfucking acceptable. And that is why I have such a major issue with ton of other YouTube channels who teach you to make $500 a day, okay? That is pure fucking insanity and stupidity. Why would you make $500 on a day where you could be making $500,000 in a day? Why would you do that? Yet, everyone else is teaching you to do just that. Well, that's why you come to 13 Market Moves, because you want to learn the real trades. You want to understand the market. You want to understand the market conditions that get you paid big. All right? And one thing that I cannot return for you is these market conditions. Okay? These market conditions come like once in a few years, because by definition, it takes for the options to be so ridiculously mispriced. They have to be dirt cheap, because every market participant is convinced the market can only go fucking higher. And when the market comes to that consensus, options become dirt cheap on the put side, and that is the moment that you strike. Okay, so just to give you a couple of examples, right? I mean, Eli Lilly, guys, nobody told you to fucking short it here besides 13 Market Moves. That is a fact. And we're not done with this yet. All right, look, based on the volume, I don't think everybody's out of it, but are you gonna be able to buy these options for the same price we were buying them when the shit was here? No. Are you gonna be able to buy them for the same price when we're buying them on the bounce right here? No. So if you're gonna attempt to take this trade on your own, what's gonna happen? You're gonna be shorting the bottom. This shit is gonna bounce on you. The moment you start losing some money, you're gonna jump out, and that's gonna be the end of it. So don't be like, I'm showing you charts to give you like an overall idea so you could understand, yes, this was the fucking top, okay? And next time you have similar market conditions, whether it's gonna be another year, 2 years, or 3 years, or 5 fucking years, maybe you'll have a reference point to go back and understand, okay? So, Eli Lilly, all right, needless to say, I mean, if you watch the last video about the biggest short, okay, I pointed out that NVIDIA dropped to 100 and promptly bounced like lightning fast to like an area of 120, 121. And I said, you got to short it there, because this drop, it ain't over, okay? NVIDIA's got ways to go. I mean, until NVIDIA touches 80, you got no business fucking buying calls on this bitch. No. You're like, the move is not done yet. But at the same time, you can't be picking the lows of the day and shorting that, because that is a sure strategy that's going to get you all fucking emotional. You're going to jump at the wrong moment, and then it's history. So, however, all these charts I'm showing you guys, unanimously, they've had what? Bear divergence on RSI. They had spike on the volume on the sell side. They had bear cross on MACD. They've had, at this point, we're going through intersection of short-term trending line and longer-term trending lines. Okay, we're still way above the 200-day moving line. So it's easy. I mean, this shit can easily drop here. I'm not saying it's going to do that tomorrow. It could, all right? Tomorrow meaning it's a Saturday, so like Monday. All right, Monday, next trading day. So NVIDIA, basically, that entry I gave you in the last video, actually it was an audio, it was a podcast. It was right here. You can go review it, guys. What was it? 2 days ago, 3 days ago, I said, when NVIDIA jumps to 120, 121, you short it. Yet, what were most of the people doing? They were buying fucking calls, thinking that it's going to go back here. Like, come on. Come on, that tells me you're not paying attention to the chart. That tells me you're not paying attention to anything that's going on. All right, you can't be trading like this. And if you're trading like this, I mean, the outcome is obvious. You're not going to make any fucking money. So we take a look at some of our favorites for the year, which we've been shorting consistently. The stock that drops like a magnet every Friday, okay, with the exception of one Friday. SMCI, shit. Look, the stock is only down from 1250 to like 600, okay? And it is still gonna go fucking lower. You just gotta short it on a bounce, okay? ASML, of course, you know, I've talked to you about the fact that, you know, Jeff Bezos sold a shitload of billions of his Amazon holdings at 200. You got a lot of insiders selling a lot of these names, right? So at 1100, now at 809, this stock still's got room. Still's got room. It's still overcrowded trade. What you want to do is short it on the bounce. Maybe by miracle of God, it'll come back up to 860, and then you can short it there. It's going to go way the fuck lower. This gap right here still hasn't been closed. So 750, 700, it's in the horizon, guys. But you got to get your entry right. And look, every one of these charts I'm showing you, what do they have? Okay, here's your def cross. In this def cross, if you've taken our entries and exit scores, it's right after a def cross on MACD. So this is a very solid pattern. Basically guarantees that shit will go lower. So ASML, what else? AMD, of course. Everybody was thinking AMD would be at 250 by now. Well, shit, it's half of that, right? And lost earnings. I mean, anyways, we've helped you nail this right here not so long ago, so you'd have been nicely up on this trade. But guys, the biggest trade that we described in the last video, if you didn't make money on that, fuck, I don't know if anybody can fucking help you. We said the greatest overpriced and overvalued trade or index is Russell 2000. Basically, the trade was so stupidly simple. All you had to do was short Russell when it was going to, like, 230. We trade Russell 2000 futures, so /RTY is the ticker. And so in terms of Russell futures, they were 2290 when we were shorting them. We did take multiple shots, so not every day was a green day. But once we finally nailed it, guys, this is a huge trade. So basically something drops to the magnitude of almost 300 points, 220 points. I think it's easily going to accomplish the 300-point drop on Monday. So this is a huge trade. Look at the fucking volume. Look at the cross. Here it's still a def. It's still got way low. I mean, this shit is going to be at like 165, 175. So for those of you that buying the dip here, oh fuck. I mean, you can't hold puts in the middle of a fucking crash, but you want to buy, but you have enough, but you're brave enough to buy calls on the dip. What the fuck? I mean, this is just ridiculous, guys. So this trade, all you had to do was short it. If you listen to the last video, audio message, it's 50 minutes long. That's basically the biggest trade I was trying to describe. I've called it the biggest bear divergence in the history of the fucking markets. Basically, if you want to think of it, stocks with healthy balance sheets like Apple and Microsoft, okay, they're collapsing, but yet the mom and pop, the small cap stocks, okay, they're going to the moon. In the news, they were calling this a rotation, and I said, they ain't no fucking rotation, okay? They're going to be dumping Russell 2000 companies at any moment. And within hours after I posted that 50-minute video, I mean, this began to happen. So all you had to do was just take action. And maybe you did. And maybe some of you pussies, you took 1-2 contracts. And you made a few thousand on a couple of contracts. But you should have gone big. You should have gone heavy on a setup like this. That's how you make millions of trading. When everything is screaming at you, it's a fucking top, okay? When everybody on Wall Street gets it wrong, but you can sit and look at these charts that they're fucking wrong. People in the news are wrong. The economic reports, okay? I told you there's going to be a moment at which they can no longer masquerade them. And there you go. That's it. That's the day on which they can no longer masquerade the economic reports. But the build-up to that was quite obvious. This is a ton of bear reversal candles, which we teach you about in our charts, patterns, and divergence course. Guys, if you just studied that, if you just paid attention to these, look, we're up here, RSI is this. Now, the highest point on this chart, the RSI is collapsing. All right, that's a bare divergence between price action and RSI. All right, that should give you confidence to stay with the fucking trade. Not buy calls, but buy puts and a shitload of puts and stay with them. Not cash out in the beginning of the move. Stay with the rest of the move. Catch the bigger move. That's how you get fucking paid. So, guys, we're going to be going chart after chart after chart. IWM, if you trade that, you're not going to make a ton of money because trading Russell 2000 futures with options will get you paid way the fuck more than trading IWM. And so it's beyond me. I don't understand. I said, come prepared, show up every morning, okay? Wake up early enough to understand what your trading strategy is going to be for the day, your interest, exit, all of that's got to be planned way before the fucking market opens, okay? But also what's required as far as your preparation is setting up your account correctly. The biggest trades over the course of last couple of weeks were on oil. So let's take a look at the chart of oil. Russell 2000 futures puts, okay? If you trade them with options, okay? Oil puts, guys, those of you that trade in oil puts with me, how can you not fucking make money? I don't get it. There is a video, audio I posted when it was at 83. I said, look guys, we're no longer bullish on oil. We're shorting the fuck out of oil. All right. And so this bounce right here was a gift. I mean, we jumped all over this trade when this shit bounced right up here. There is a cross right here that is preceded by this cross. The bear that RSI versus everything we teach you in the course is right fucking here, guys. Okay, if you understood how to look at this and read this, no, you wouldn't be buying 5 contracts on oil puts. You would be buying 100 oil contracts, 200 oil puts, 300 oil puts, okay? Some of the brokers won't even let you take 200-300 oil puts. You got to call them, get them a raise on your limit. But that's a whole nother thing. I mean, guys, the point is, if you didn't have access to trade in oil futures with options, you missed out on fucking phenomenal trades. That's a fact. So, ton of money was made here. A ton of money was made on gold. All right, this was the drop we're able to catch from here to here. Look at this volume. Shitty ass volume. Nailed the top yesterday. Initially prematurely got out after the move didn't happen by a designated time frame. Got back in. Some guys stayed with it. The whole fucking guys. It was a beautiful fucking trade. From here to here, baby. Same thing, right? RSI versus. So this is probably one of the more bullish charts, but it is a top information as well. So if it bounces, it's a beautiful short. But guys, again, we could be going chart for chart for chart. Let's look at NASDAQ. And most of you think like, oh, okay, well, we already moved low enough. All right, guys, we're like 2,000 points off the highs. And could we go technically here? There's a little bit of support. Could we go slightly sideways? Sure. Can we bounce a little bit? Sure. But overall, this is a bear fucking market. And we're going to go way the fuck lower. So like, we're looking at this chart of NASDAQ, 18,750 divided by 2. That's where NASDAQ is going to be in fucking 6 months. It's that easy. Like, you don't have to complicate shit. All right, S&P 500. All right, take this number, 5,700 divided by 2. Guys, it's fucking easy. That's like, that's still above COVID low. All right, but it is under 3,000. We can easily get there. All right, but also in relation to how long this bullish move has been lasting and the accuracy on which we have pointed out that it's been lasting on non-existent volume, all right, now that we just got some volume coming in on the sell side, this breaks the whole thing. The machines are going to break. Monday, come Monday, you could have a black fucking Monday where they're going to be reading the circuit breakers. There's going to be a total chaos as possible on Monday. And yet some of you got into this trade right here with your coach. And the moment you saw some, maybe, I don't know, 10x, you jumped out. And by jumping out at 10x, you missed out on the 100x trade. So I really believe those of you that stayed with your Monday expiration puts, you will get to live to see a 100x trade on your SPY puts by Monday, August the 5th. So congratulations to those of you guys that actually pay attention, that do come prepared, that do show up, you know, and challenge yourself to do things that are so uncomfortable at times to an average person. And it should be fucking uncomfortable. If you are comfortable trading, then forget it. You'll never make big money. You will never ever make big money trading comfortably. The positions should fucking scare you. The bounces should fucking scare you. But you should know better to stick with the same fucking strategy each and every time, and that's the only way you will be able to beat the market. Now, as far as the market overall, look, we're just in this death hook formation. So this green line will intersect the blue line, and that's when we're going to see the real drop. And that's why come Monday, if you see, you know, Monday, Tuesday, you see the market testing this 5,000 level. What do you think is going to happen to all the Wall Street analysts that just 2 weeks ago were fucking telling you we're going to 6,000? Why didn't they tell you that the market had a high probability of hitting 5,000 instead? I don't know why. That because they're fucking clueless, because they got too fucking comfortable, because they couldn't see the market drop after 450 fucking days going straight higher every day on some bullshit shitty ass volume. Because they I don't know. Because they don't know what the fuck they're looking at. Because most of them don't look at charts. And that's what happens. They're in the same fucking positions and they're unloading the same positions at the same time. That's why you have Microsoft looking like, you know, a fucking dropping like a penny stock every fucking day. And yet I had some traders who shorted it with me at 465, and when Microsoft dropped to 450, they said, oh my God, Leo, there's no way it's going to drop more. And they got out right here. And needless to say, they're no longer trading with me, because I will not trade with a person, and other coaches here at 30 Market Moves, they will not trade with a person who says, I'm going to hold the position, but yet they jump out of the fucking trade right before the trade pays out exponentially. No, you waste these type of fucking market conditions. No wonder why you're not making any substantial money. These market conditions, guys, have been life-changing for many people. And if you are not taking advantage of them, if you're struggling with your emotions, if you don't know how to look at the chart, but you really want to make it big as a trader, you come to 30 Market Moves. So if you come with the right attitude, okay, if you're willing to follow the program 100%, you will have your trading days where you'll make 500K, $1 million plus. It's going to happen for you. But to an average trader who just jumps in and out every time they see their account plus minus, you know, fucking $200, $500, with that kind of mentality, guys, don't even fucking call us. Don't come, don't look. It's just, you've been doing that shit for 5-10 years. You still haven't had a week where you're making at least $1 million in trading. I'm telling you, you're doing some shit wrong in a very profound way. And unless you change that, you will keep having shitty days trading. You will keep jumping in and out at the worst possible moments. You will keep making emotional mistakes. You will keep fucking up perfect market conditions like this because, in your opinion, shit cannot drop anymore. And you get a fuck out of the trade right before it drops. All right. Let me tell you a story. Like, this is real stuff. It's really fresh. So I remember some of these stories. So I have a guy Right here, we're trading. He's a new trader, and I told him, look, you just buy oil puts right here and don't change a thing. So I check with him in a few hours. Literally, guys, when you're trading with the 30 market most, you're supposed to send pictures of your position, all right? For many reasons. You send a picture of your position because, well, your coach is going to verify, okay, did you take the right strike? Did you take the right expiration? Did you take the right ticker symbol? I mean, it is fucking ridiculous. Like, when I'm sending somebody a message saying, hey, we're buying CL puts, and instead of oil, they don't understand we're trading oil futures. When people are literally going in and they're typing CL and they're like, oh, Leo, we're shorting Colgate? No, motherfucker, we're not shorting Colgate, damn it. We're shorting oil. So if you don't know how to even pull up an oil ticker, right, which is different here, right, on stock charts, like your oil tickers are going to be different. But if you can't even do that, like, what the fuck? How can you be a trader? You don't even know how to pull up oil futures option chain. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? So, but in this particular situation, this guy gets into a trade right here, and look at this little wick sticking out. So he gets in right here, and then for just a brief moment, within like the next hour or two, oil jumps like 30 cents. And when I'm talking to the guy later that day, I'm like, dude, where's the picture? He's like, well, Leo, I don't have position anymore. I'm like, why don't you have a fucking position? Well, Leo, I set a stop loss. I'm like, why the fuck would you set a stop loss on a weekly options trade? Your weekly options, understand, they're going to fluctuate as hell. Okay? But does this make a bad trade? What are you cutting your stop loss over 30-cent rise in the price of oil so you can miss this? So the guy ends up losing like a few $100s because he sets a stop loss instead of making $34,000 on the oil drop literally the next fucking day. That is how fucking ridiculous this is. You're gonna come to 13 market moves, forget about everything you know about fucking trading. Okay? I'm telling you, as someone who has done it hundreds of times, putting huge fucking trades together. I'm telling you, as someone who has helped dozens of people at this point hit million plus in their trading account. You do not dare set a fucking stop loss on a weekly options trade. You don't fucking do that because you will lose a good paying position. You will lose, look how beautiful that position was. You lose it over 30-cent bounce? What the fuck? What the fuck? Guys, another thing, IVM, IWM, like Russell 2000 futures. So this is the day the guy jumps out of the trade. It's another guy because he's seen the thing move higher. He jumps out right here. Says, Lee, I can't take this. It's going higher. He loses like $1,000 here instead of making fucking almost 100K. So why would you come to trade with someone who's fucking done it and helped others do it and not listen and not, send pictures and not fully participate in the program? I don't get it. It's counterproductive. So for that reason, guys, we only got limited spots to trade with the coach for those guys that really want to, make something out of themselves, make something out of their future, learn the skill of being able to do this for real, like in a big way. So if you're not following the program, you'll be kicked out of the fucking program. If you're not sending pictures, if you're not communicating with your coach, if you set stop losses when you're told don't fucking do it, okay, you will get kicked out of the program. If you're not following exactly what your coach is telling you to do, you will get kicked the fuck out of the program. End of fucking story. So you decide, do you really want this? Do you have what it fucking takes remotely? Some guys think they have what it takes. They puke at some point throughout the trading session, and you know, they can't fucking do it. They think they can do it, but they can't fucking do it. So, you know, you may be listening to this message, you made it this far, and you think, I can do it. I'll tell you right now, there's a 90% chance that you fucking can't. And I'm only looking for the 10% that can. So, you know, don't be contacting us simply by thinking, oh, I'll give it a shot. That shit ain't gonna work. It requires 100% commitment on your part if you want to set some trading records. Okay, 100% execution on your part of the trades and setups. 100% fucking discipline staying with the trade even when it goes to shit temporarily. You know, showing up, being there, looking at the charts, focusing on the moves, focusing on the sequence of the moves. If you're not doing all of that, like, you don't have a fucking shot. I'm telling you that now. So don't even fucking bother calling us. But for those of you that understand you fucked up, but you really, really want this, all right, you get in touch with us. Schedule a call at searchingmmtv.com, searchingmarketmoves.com. Do it over the weekend, because don't be doing it Monday when the market is fucking collapsing. When the market is moving, guess what we do? We trade. There's no time to talk. We fucking trade. So get all the calls knocked out over the weekend before 6 p.m. Sunday. Get your account set up properly. If you don't know what that means, there's over 1,400 videos I have posted. Many of them talk about the importance of setting up a futures account for the opportunity to trade options on futures. Many times I explained that this is much more advantageous because of many reasons. One is you can take multiple trades without having to worry about 3-day trade regulation, because futures are not subject to PDT rules and regulations of FINRA. So your account could be under 25K. You can take 20 trades in a day if you needed to. And there's going to be no PDT. Now, of course, with the current market conditions, you only need a couple of trades. And it's staying with the trade that is the most difficult part to do for the majority of the traders. But that's why you should be trading with a coach who will prevent you from getting out of the good trade at the worst possible time. So, but another advantage of trading futures now in these type of market conditions is the fact that the market will make the move overnight, meaning after hours, pre-market. I have many times talked about the economic reports. They come out outside of regular trading hours, and that's when the market could make a big move. Some geopolitics that are happening now, the market could respond in a big way outside of the regular trading session. So the only way to capture these huge moves is to set up your account for trading futures. And again, we don't trade futures. We trade options on futures. So if you know how to place an options trade now on a stock, you're doing the same thing. You're just doing it on futures. You're just doing it on an instrument like oil, gold, corn, copper, natural gas, S&P 500 futures, NASDAQ futures, all of these things, okay, they're much better. Like we have IWM. Again, this trade is shit. The same trade on Russell 2000 futures with options would have paid phenomenally more in relation to IWM. So you'll probably hear some stories from some guys who hit some big numbers on this trade on futures over the weekend. But if you traded this, then your outcome is nowhere near as good. It's just like, okay, we can trade NASDAQ. We can trade NASDAQ with options on NASDAQ futures, or somebody will go and instead they're gonna do like bullshit QQQ. All right, chart is the same chart, same idea, same foundation for the trade, same everything, with the exception you're gonna make a shitload more if you trade options and futures. I'll tell you a quick story because it's so fresh. I have a guy who's been trying to make it for I don't know, a couple of years, and the week before he trades with me, we take $1,000 to 7,000. And as soon as we cash out of that position, I'm giving them oil puts. And the guy's like, Leo, I can't take the trade. I'm like, why the fuck not? Well, Leo, my account is not set up for trading futures. So the guy misses out a $100,000 trade. The same guy this week again does the same shit, starts with $1,000. We cash out at the 7K. And I give him another trade that could have gotten him this time to 200,000. And the same fucking guy tells me, oh, Leo, I still haven't set up my futures account. So what do you think is going to happen next? I'm not trading with this fucking guy. Guys, if you don't listen to some simple fucking instructions, I'm not fucking trading with you. Understand that. Have some guys literally should have made hundreds of thousands of dollars. Some guys should have made, millions of dollars that didn't. We have some guys that did. We have some guys that didn't. And the only fucking difference is those guys that did do it, they listened to their coach 100% of the time. They communicated. They took every fucking trade. They didn't cherry pick any trades. They stayed with the trade till the very fucking end. Okay? They didn't take any trades of their own. They focused on the program and embraced the program 100% fully. I want to give the trade for someone to short, NASDAQ futures with options, and instead they send me a picture of buying QQQ puts. It's not the same fucking thing. The payout is different. So that's the edge. Understanding these small things, okay, of how you trade. The same trade idea can go 30x, 50x, 100x, opposed to another guy going fucking 4x. That's it. You did 4x on a 100x opportunity. What the fuck is that? So you want the edge. You want to understand the small differences that make a big outcome as far as the payout on your trade. You want to understand the entries and exits better. You get in touch with us. Guys, there's so many things to talk about in the market right now. It's just not enough time, but I would be focusing on the Bitcoin collapse that's going to be taking place over the next few days. I would be focusing on the fact that the rest of the market is coming to a realization that, yes, everything we've talked here at 30 Market Moves since the beginning of the year, the stagflation, it's real now after the job report. Everything we've talked about, including nail in the top in pretty much hundreds of stocks, guys, it's happening now. And some of you missed some of the most beautiful trading opportunities. But if you focus on this next few things that your trading coach could be telling you about in the next 24 hours before the market's open, you could still put together some phenomenal trades. Because the reality is, in a lot of things like technology stocks, like if you're buying Microsoft puts or Meta puts, they're over fucking priced at this moment. So there's not a chance you'll put together a 20 or 30x trade there. But there are some areas of the market and there's only few of them left. There's only a few sectors that still have undervalued options, and that's what we're focusing on trading now here at 30 Market Moves. So despite of Russell 2000 remaining to be the easiest fucking trade you could be taking, if you take it with the wrong entry, if you get the wrong exit, okay, your outcome is not going to be the same. So stop attempting to do the shit on your own, okay? Come to 30 market moves. Well, we have done it numerous times and helped others do it numerous times, guys. So with that said, hopefully this gives you a little bit of an idea of some of the things you could have been doing wrong and didn't have success until this point. Gives you an outlook of why some traders succeed and why some traders fail. Gives you an idea why some make millions and others don't. Gives you overall outlook on the market while still everyone's screaming it is bull market is intact. They're all fucking wrong. Remember, 50% correction in next 6 months. So we're talking about QQQ. Oh shit, from 500 divided by 2. That's where it's going to be 6 months from now, or at some point within that time frame. So with that said, guys, if you need help becoming a better trader, you reach out to us and let's fucking make it big. This next 120 days, guys, our goal is still the same: 100 traders to go to 1 million plus. By definition, some of you are going to be going to 5 million plus, 10 million plus. It's just the only question is whether you got what it takes or not. That's it. And the only way, honestly, to find out if you think you got what it takes. Again, there's many of you that don't. But the only way to really find out is sign up for the program and follow it 100% of the fucking time. That's it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Let's go. Big fucking market moves. Focus on the move. Stay with the move. Don't be fucking emotional. Let's go.